Hello there and welcome to ADcraft. Today I'll be building this futuristic sky base, which is something that a lot of people have been requesting on the channel, and showing you the build and then giving you a quick run through. Starting off, I put in some spheres, and these are the standard 17 diameter spheres that I've been using. Then put some walkways, duplicated the spheres, and decided that I was going to have some sticking out pillars going in all directions, similar to some of the other builds. I didn't really like the one in the middle, so I decided to use one of the egg-shaped pods that we've been using in some of the other bases. I managed to move this into the middle and started working on something that looked very, very futuristic, kind of a bit like a hybrid of a pinnacle and a cannon just coming out of the side. I was really quite happy with how the shapes started to come together. Decided initially to be using some purple and some purple for this, but I do change that up a bit later in the build. I started adding some detail to these spires, these pillars that were sticking out of the build, just to make them a bit more uniform on all of the sides. Added in some trapdoors and some lighting. Again, lighting very important for this and all of the futuristic style builds, before starting to do a little bit of work on some of the interior and the walkways that were going to connect everything up between these different areas. To put some flooring into the spheres, I decided that I was going to use as many floors as I could fit, and it ends up being 3 full floors that you can use. I also added in some lighting and some amethyst, but I didn't really like the amethyst. It was just a bit too busy for the build, and so I ended up taking it out, replacing it with some cyan terracotta here. Now, I am going to duplicate the quarters all the way around the build later on, but before that I wanted to work on the module in the middle and again put in as many floors as I could fit, before adding on a spire in the centre, which I promptly took straight down because I didn't like the balance and didn't like how it looked on the build. So the next thing that I did was I added in some entry points, because obviously this is a sky base, you need to be able to fly in, before starting to look at some of the detailing and changing the colour of all of the glass, which was just a placeholder really, to some of the cyan stained glass, and putting in copper instead of the purple, which is a much nicer colour and much more futuristic. Finally, I added in some more copper detailing around the entry points to the base, so they stood out a bit more, before duplicating that all the way around, and the build was done. The base is now complete, and yeah, let's go and check it out. So the first thing to notice is, of course, this is using all of the copper blocks, which are a fantastic new addition in 1.17 and are the best futuristic block that the game has seen in a long time. We need more metallic textures like this. So as we head in here, first thing you'll notice is, as it's a sky base, it's got lots and lots of entrances, so you can fly in from basically any direction, which is great for this kind of thing. And mobs, of course, can't fly, so you don't need to worry about doors or anything like that. And it's got fantastic views that you wanted, views out of all of the sides. Now, if you wanted to put a little platform in here, you could do, to have just obviously a little balcony. But yeah, as you look up and look around, you can see all of the different views out through. Now, I've put floors in to show you how much space there can be. Obviously, you could change these about, but if we head up here, just put a little bubble vator up to the top layer, and again, you could open that up so you've got an entrance at the top, but brilliant views all the way around. You could have this as a little bedroom, and of course you've got 4 of these, so if you wanted to have floors in some and some of them empty with some farms, you could do. One of the other 1.17 tricks that I've used is, if you put snow blocks in, they're absolutely brilliant to transition between floors. So as you go down, you can go through the different levels, and this is the bottom level. Again, look at the views from this, it's just absolutely stunning. And people have been asking me for a long time to do a sky base, so I hope you like it. If you do, let me know and I can always do more. But let's head up to the main level if I can get through. Here we go. And as we go through here, you'll see that it opens up into, again, this main section. So I've kept some glass here so you can see right the way up and down, but we've got, again, similarly, another bubble vator that can take you right the way up to the top level, which again is slightly higher, and then our little snow block trick that you can go right the way through as many levels as you like, right the way through. So yeah, head down, and then if you just press to one direction, you can just go onto each of the floors. So yeah, this is the finished build, and I hope you like it. Again, we've got floors right the way down to the bottom, so loads and loads of space in this build, and this I really do love with all of the beacons coming up through the center. You could just have one beacon coming up through the center, but you would need to move these sea lanterns because you can no longer have beacons passing through sea lanterns, which is a bit of a shame. So all that's left to be said is I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, then do let me know in the comments. Leave a like on the video, it really does help. And above all, make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. And I will see you next time on ADcraft. Bye!